Hey everyone, today I'll guide you through how you can collateralize your assets with AAVE on Polygon, borrow stablecoins against those assets, and then use those stablecoins to yield farm on Curve. The two assets I'll be using as collateral today are Ether and AAVE, so if you're planning to do the same, you can follow this video step by step. Alright, enjoy the video. Alright, so before I start showing all the cool stuff you can do on Polygon, let's talk about what's the difference between the Polygon network and the Ethereum network. So Polygon is a sidechain of Ethereum, and it's looking to solve some of the current scalability challenges faced by Ethereum, such as high gas fees and network congestion. The Polygon blockchain is secured by something like 100 validators, so it's definitely less decentralized than the Ethereum blockchain, but that's the trade-off you take between decentralization and fast transactions with lower fees. Security-wise, Polygon is still yet to be battle-tested, but it does use Ethereum's security layer. Overall, Polygon offers lower fees and faster transactions at the cost of a little decentralization and maybe a little bit of security as well. So AAVE currently has a 40 million liquidity mining program, and we are about to start the second phase of AAVE's liquidity mining program as of tomorrow, June 15th, 2021. So we're expecting to see the Matic rewards on AAVE decrease because the $20 million in Matic rewards will now be distributed across 10 months instead of 1.5 months in phase 1. So if we take a look at the borrow rates on AAVE, the additional Matic rewards is greater than the borrow APY for basically all of the assets. You're essentially getting paid to borrow, but we're still very early. And as more people onboard onto Polygon Network, these rewards will definitely decrease. If you're planning to use the Polygon Network, you are going to need a small amount of Matic token to pay for gas. So instead of paying something like $20 to swap for some Matic, you can use one of these Polygon Faucets that will send you a small amount of Matic for free. So here are two faucets that are currently working as of June 14th, 2021. So you want to go over to your MetaMask wallet and change the mainnet to the Polygon Mainnet. Then you want to copy your address, paste it into the prompt, and then confirm the rest. And the same thing goes for the other Polygon faucet. So for this video, you are going to need 0.003 Matic. So either use this faucet once or the first faucet 3 times. And if none of these faucets are working, you can drop your Polygon address in the comment section and maybe myself or someone else can help you out. Now that we have some Matic in our wallet, we want to send over our assets from the Ethereum Mainnet to the Polygon Mainnet. So first, you want to head over to your Polygon wallet and press Move Funds to the Matic Mainnet. Then it will bring you to this Polygon bridge where you can choose the asset and the amount you want to send from the Ethereum Mainnet to the Polygon Mainnet. So I'm going to send 1.355 Ether, leaving me just enough to pay for gas fees when I want to send my assets back to the Ethereum Mainnet. So once that's done, you want to confirm the rest, press on transfer, continue. Make sure that you are on the POS bridge, which stands for the proof of stake bridge, if you want your funds to be sent faster. So this step of bridging over your assets is the only time you will have to pay the Ethereum gas fees. And from here onwards, all transaction fees will be paid in Matic and will be super cheap. So I'm trying to pay as little gas as possible, aiming for a bit more than the average price of 7 Gwei. So we're going to set that to 8 Gwei. Confirm the transaction. So once your transaction goes through, you should see it being confirmed. Alright, so once that's completed, you have to wait for about 7 minutes for your funds to be transferred. So you can go back to your to the wallet main page, and you can track your pending transactions in the transaction in progress section. All right, perfect. So my 1.355 Ether is now on the Polygon Mainnet. Now you want to head over to Quickswap, which is basically a fork of Uniswap, but on Polygon. And in my case, I want to get some AAVE tokens and use them as collateral. So I'm going to find ETH, and then I'm going to find AAVE, and then I want to convert 0.355 Ether into AAVE, and I want to approve the transaction. As you can tell, the gas fees are almost negligible. I do want to edit the permission so that I only allow Quickswap to use 0.355 Ether. So once that's done, you want to save, and I want to confirm that. Okay, it's been approved. You want to go ahead and confirm the swap. And once again, for the swap as well, you're going to have to pay the Matic gas fees. But the overall experience is really smooth on Polygon. All right, so when the transaction is complete, you want to go back to your wallet. And if you refresh the page, you should be able to see the 3 AAVE tokens that you just swapped. We now have 1 Ether and 3 AAVE token ready to be used as collateral on AAVE. So we're going to head over to the AAVE website and make sure that we are on the Polygon network. So once that's done, you want to press on the deposit tab. So one thing to notice is that AAVE treats your ETH as wrapped ETH. So you can use your ETH directly on AAVE without any problem. By depositing your ETH as collateral, you'll be getting 1.14% APY, which comes from the interest that borrowers are paying to borrow your ETH. And in addition to that, you'll also be getting a 1.50% APR in Matic, which you can consider as a bonus reward that Polygon gives you for using their network. And by depositing your AAVE tokens, you'll be getting 18.96 APR in Matic, which is pretty amazing. So we're going to start off by depositing our AAVE tokens. So we want to deposit the maximum amount and then continue. So you will need to first approve the transaction. And once again, I will only give AAVE the permission to deposit the 3.02 AAVE tokens that I have. So once that's done, you want to save. You want to confirm everything. And yeah, it's that simple. Now you want to deposit. Pay the Matic gas fees again. And it's done. So once everything is completed, you should be able to see your assets put as collateral in your dashboard. So now let's go over to Ether and do the same. Right, so if you take a look at this page, every token has its maximum borrowing power and liquidity threshold. So maximum LTV is your maximum borrowing power. So for example, if you look at Ether's max LTV, it's 80%, which means that for every 1 Ether deposited, you can borrow up to 0.8 Ether worth of assets. And the liquidity threshold is the point at which your collateral can be liquidated. So Ether has an 82.5% threshold, which means that if, let's say, you borrowed some Matic, you can get liquidated if the value of your borrowed Matic is worth more than 0.825 Ether, all right? So just make sure that you understand all that, and you can obviously read more about it in AAVE's documentation. So we've now deposited Ether and AAVE tokens as collateral. We can now head over to the Borrow tab and borrow some USDT. I chose to borrow some USDT because their rewards in Matic is pretty high at 7.19%, but you can also borrow other stablecoins like DAI or USDC. So I want to keep my health factor pretty safe, so I'll be borrowing 1,000 USDT for now. The interest rate is 3.82% on your USDT, and this interest rate is variable. So if I see this rate increase too much, I will simply repay my loan and borrow another stablecoin. Just remember that this 3.82 APY is what you have to pay back and not what you are earning. So with 1,000 USDT borrowed, you'll have to pay back around 1,040 USDT in a year's time. All right, so we're just going to borrow, pay the Matic gas fees, and once that's completed, we can head over to our dashboard, and we should be able to see our 1,000 USDT borrowed. All right, cool. Now let's head over to Curve on Polygon, because we want to yield farm our 1,000 USDT that we just borrowed from the AAVE pool. So you see the AAVE pool, so the advantage with this pool is that because all of the assets in the pool are stablecoins, we don't suffer from any impermanent loss. Curve has an ongoing 5 million liquidity mining program with Polygon, and this AAVE pool currently yields 2.88% on the stablecoin deposited, plus an additional 16.58% APY in Matic. So once you go into the pool, you want to go ahead and deposit our USDT into this pool. So my wallet's already connected to the Polygon network, so I can just press on deposit and staking cash. Obviously, I'll need to pay the gas fees, edit the permission if you want. I will only allow Curve to spend 1,000 USDT. So there will be a little bit of a slippage because we are depositing the stablecoin with the highest balance in the pool. So because of that, we will lose about 0.022% worth of USDT. So you want to add liquidity. Curve will give you back an equivalent amount of AM3 Curve token, which you can use to withdraw your initial deposit at any time. So if you want to claim your Matic rewards, what you can do is once this transaction is done, you can head over to the Withdraw tab. So the transaction is finished. And if you go up and head over to the Withdraw tab, you will be able to see the unclaimed Matic, the unclaimed wrap Matic, and your deposit amount in the pool. So you can claim your Matic tokens once in a while, hop on Quickswap and exchange it for any token that you like. I'm probably going to swap for more Ether or AAVE token that I'll deposit back as collateral on AAVE to increase my maximum borrowing limit. You can basically do whatever you want, play around, because you don't have to worry about messing up and paying a necessary amount on gas fees. So that wraps it up for today's video on how to earn some crazy yields by borrowing stablecoins with AAVE and yield farming those stablecoins with Curve, all on the Polygon network. Thank you for watching. If you learned something, feel free to like this video, share it with your friends, and let me know how I can improve my content in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video.